everybody, Gunston Undercover here. Today is Tuesday, March 31st, 2020. And the time is 1:09 Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So, here we go again. More propaganda. The reason why we're never going to change the police. You guys go out there and point the cameras all you want. I can sit here and flap my jaws all I want about all the crap that they're doing. Doesn't matter. You know why? Just go on Facebook and look at your local police departments and see what's going on there. All I'm seeing the past week is food being donated to the police departments. They are on the front line, folks. Did you know that? The police are on the front lines, and we got to send them pizza. We got to send them bottled water. Unbelievable. They're on the front line. Well, I want to tell you that's a bunch of crap, okay? These lily whites out there that are donating all this crap to the cops because they think they're on the front line. Those cops aren't on the front line. Have you seen any cops pulling any cars over lately? I haven't. And I live in a town where they're always pulling people over. They're not pulling people over, folks. You know why? Because the licenses are dirty. The cops don't want to get sick. They just assume let it go. Unless they really absolutely, it's the situation that they have to. So these cops are working less than they did before. But then people say, well, you know, they're risking their lives. They're out there. They're going to go into a house with a con virus. What, every call they go on, a person's got a con virus? They get a con virus from going in the grocery store. The grocery stores have con virus central. Look at all the cashiers up there. They got the gloves on. All the germs are sticking to money, and they keep handing money to money. That's how you get the con virus. But these cops, you know, and they're sucking it up. They're sucking every bit of it up. They have no shame whatsoever. There's people out there without jobs. I'm one of them as a result of the con virus. I'm not working right now. It affected the business I'm in. Instead of saying, you know what, we appreciate the thought, but we'd rather that you donate it or give to us, and we're going to take it to some needy families, some people who are out of a job and they don't have very much money and they need to eat, and we're going to try to help them out. But you think that's going to happen? No. And this is the problem. The mindset of these people is that they think that these cops are on the front line and they should just suck up to them to no end. That's exactly what's going on. These pizzerias and stuff out there sucking up to them. I don't know. These people live in an imaginary world. You wonder how they make it through life. It's just like they believe crap that does not exist. These police are not on the front line. They're being paid well for what they're doing. Most of these cops in Monmouth County are being paid anywhere from $75,000 to $100,000 a year to sit in a car and harass motorists. And these people think that they're on the front line and they're putting their lives on the line because of the con virus. And that's totally the opposite. These cops are not on the front line having a problem with the con virus. They're not pulling cars over. And I gotta love this one now. This just popped up on Homedale Township Police's Facebook page. Now the new thing is they want to turn you into a snitch. They want you to snitch on your neighbor. They want you to snitch on the business down the street. The ones you probably went in there and said hi to the guy and bought stuff from. So this one says, reporting the con virus violations. And they put a question here. How can I report a violation of Executive Order number 107? You can report a possible violation of Executive Order number 107 using the online form. So there's an online form. You can go on there and throw your neighbor or throw the local business under the bus. This is among other actions. Non-essential retail business to close, mandates all business or non-profits in the state, whether closed or open to the public, must accommodate their workforce, blah, 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 blah. So they give them these, and I've seen it on there where police departments are report that they shut down a wedding, like over there in Lakewood, and the people get on and they say, well, you know, I saw such and such, and what should we do about this? This is, it's just disgusting. That's all I can say. And I'll sure be glad when this damn virus thing is over, because I'm so sick of reading these stories, these con virus stories. Let me see if I can bring one up real quick on here. I'm not going to be able to do it because I deleted most of the stuff. But there is one police department I saw out there, Ocean Township Police Department in Monmouth County, was having a drive where they had pizzas. I guess a local pizza department, in conjunction with the PBA or something, donated some money, and they bought we're giving out a whole bunch of pizza pies for people. Just show up, and all they ask is that you have a need and not be greedy. And they were giving away a pizza pie and a bottle of soda. I wasn't happy about the bottle of soda. The sugar's not good for your immune system. But I thought that's fantastic what Ocean Township Police was doing. Then we had Homedale Township Police actually did something nice. Somebody donated some foods and stuff, and Ocean Township Police, not Ocean Township, Homedale Township Police took it over to Bayshore Hospital and donated it to the doctors and the nurses over. I thought that's fantastic because the real people on the front line are healthcare people, the doctors and nurses that are working in the hospitals. Those are the real heroes on the front line, not these knuckleheads sitting in a car making $100,000 a year with their badge on there. They're not doing jack shit. They're not doing anything right now. They're just driving around. I'll be honest with you, I really don't even like, and where I'm at in Hazlitt, I really don't even see them out there that much. So I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're cutting the hours back or something. I don't know. But they're not terrorizing people on Route 35 and 36 like they normally would be doing. So they definitely have cut back things. And it's just, I think it's shameful that the police accept these gifts. They don't deserve these gifts. I don't know any police officer that lost his job or was laid off because of the con virus. I'm not technically laid off because I'm as per diem employee, but right now the changes in the rules have caused it that I'm not working right now. So, and my other side work I do, which is with Board of Eds, the Board of Eds is shut down, so I'm not doing any work. So I'm the one, people like me, or people that work in retail that are out of a job, those are the ones that need the help. Excuse me. Those are the ones that need, if you could just give them one lunch a day or something, that right there can save a person $10. Or at least if they just ate once a day, they could get by till this whole nightmare is over. But nope, these cops are just out there. Oh, I know. I have some pictures here. Let me, give me a second there, peoples. Let me bring it right up. Captured. Here we go. This one right here. That's the one I love. Look at them. I don't know any cops that lost their job because of con virus. I don't know any cops that are going hungry. Okay, they're all these public servants that are still working. They're not going hungry. They're getting their paycheck. They're not. It's not like you and I. We don't work. We don't eat. These clowns here. They're not going hungry, and it's despicable to give them that money, to give them that food. And another one I saw up was like Ocean County, they're shutting down the parks because of social distancing. And my question to them in Ocean County, well, if you're shutting the parks down, you're going to cut the employees' hours back because what are they supposed to do? Go have the rangers go sit in the park and watch the grass grow? Or are they going to sit in the park and make sure nobody goes in there? This is all a bunch of bullshit, okay? Why can't I go outside? The wind's blowing. How am I getting the con virus from being in the park? And then I see on the front page of one of the New York newspapers the other day, it says, New York City going to start charging $500 for not observing these social distancing. So now we're going to have some asshole out there, some government asshole out there that's going to run up to you and say, freeze, don't move. And then they're going to measure to make sure you're 6 feet apart. You see how this whole freaking society of ours is going nuts. It's going nuts. And Trump is right. The cure is worse than the problem. Because the cure is the cure. The things that we're doing is worse than the goddamn problem. And, and I'll finish it up with this. I'm just freestyling once again because this whole con virus thing is driving me nuts. I'm at the point where I can't even look at Facebook anymore. I can't take looking at the stupid postings I see on there with all the lily white bootlickers and the business bootlickers and the bullshit. And it got to the point where I just took off all my postings on it because I got tired of getting the notification. It's the same rhetoric. Oh, they're saving us. You're going to need a cop someday. Yeah, fuck off. Excuse my language. All right, so we got some new numbers out. They've been doing a lot of testing here in New Jersey because they want to find out who's got it so they can try to figure out what areas need to be managed better. So the numbers came out. It's 16,636 in New Jersey. As of today, 198 have died. So I did the numbers again, and once again, we're still holding at 1.2. I think this came down to 1.1, but it's roughly 1.2% death rate. But as usual, they are not going to let us know what the breakdown of the 198 is. I mean, if it was 198 20-year-olds, millennials that all died, I'd say, you know what, this is a problem. But you're going to find out that probably half of those people, a lot of those people probably had cancer. They were old. They were having, their immune system's been compromised, and they're not able to battle this type of things. And they don't tell us every week how many people died of heart attacks, or how many people died from cancer, or heart disease, or any number of things out there. How many people died this week in car crashes in New Jersey? They're just not going to tell you. And I just feel like my position is, yeah, this virus thing is a problem. It definitely is a problem. Nobody should have to die because of this thing. And I'm not a heartless bastard. Okay, I have a lot of compassion, and I worry every day. I hope that I don't get this, because it's going to be could be a big problem for me. I don't know, but I feel like the loony liberals have seized this opportunity to throw their liberal, managed from the top down agenda into this. And we live in a state that's Democrat right now. We got a Democrat crazy governor, and he's just throwing all this crap out there and trying to manage us and tell us what to do, when we can do it, and if we don't do it, this is what's going to happen. And what gets me is I don't hear anybody outside of Michael Savage, the talk show host. I don't see any talk about this on the news. I don't see anything coming up on my YouTube page of news stations talking about the effects it's having on our freedoms, because it's all a direct contradiction to our freedoms. The government telling us we can't go here, we can't go there, telling us when we can drive, when we can't drive. It's a direct violation of our Bill of Rights. And some of the wackos say, well, this is an emergency. Yeah, it is an emergency, but why do I have to lose my freedoms? Why can't we just do this a little more smarter? Like, if you're going to go to the grocery store, why can't the grocery store be open 24 hours? That way, you're not compressing a lot of people into a shorter amount of time. Let the store be open till 12 o'clock at night and open up at 6 o'clock. That way, because right now, it's not like that. And if you want to go out to these stores, why can't it be open and make it so that if you want to go in the store, you got to put a HEPA mask on. And you got to maybe wear some gloves. You got to sanitize your hands before you go in, period. And I know there's some knuckleheads out there that have said, well, the mask isn't going to protect them. It only stops you from spreading it. Well, listen, you jackass. Isn't the whole purpose, if I got it and I don't know it and I got a HEPA mask on, that I'll impede the transmission of the germs? And if you have a mask on, that it'll help impede, because the HEPA mask works both ways as far as I understand. It's better than walking in there with nothing. These are the things that need to be done. Just say, you know what? Let the government hand out everybody a box of HEPA masks, give everybody a big thing of sanitizer, and give us a couple of rolls of toilet paper so we can shit ourselves and wipe it up. And tell stores or department stores, if you're going to be open, this is what you have to do. Nobody goes in your store without a mask. Nobody goes in there without sanitizing their hands. And I would say gloves can be optional. And anybody working there in the store must wear a mask. I mean, I'm still amazed. I went to ShopRite last night, and yes, I had my mask on. I don't know how well it helps, but I had it on, and I stayed away from people. I couldn't help but notice that all the girls at the cash registers and guys, no mask whatsoever. I think it's that stupid plastic thing, and that's not doing anything as far as I'm concerned. I did see some people in the deli, and I saw somebody in the kitchen area cooking. They do the fried chickens and stuff, that they had masks on, so that was great. But the bulk of the employees in the store are not wearing, and And the thing is, they're at the register with the gloves on, and they're constantly handing money from this person to that person, and that's where your transmission of your germs is going. It's in the money. So maybe they need to have a little rule that, I don't know. I don't know how do you solve the problem with the money? I really just don't know how you're going to do it. This is a logistical nightmare, and they hear Trump's telling us going to do another 30 days. I can't hold out another 30 days. And it's just a big freaking problem. But anyway, I'm up to here with the propaganda and the bootlickers. Oh, this is for our men on the front line, risking their lives. Fuck off. Not risking anything. They're sitting in the car playing with themselves. It's the doctors and the nurses at the hospital are on the front lines. It's the cashiers at ShopRite that are on the front line. It's the people working at Wawa and Quick Check and 7-Eleven. Those are the ones on the front line. I'm telling you, my blood pressure's back up again. They better get this thing over with sooner. I'm going to be on blood pressure medication, and I don't want to be on it. I don't like the side effects. Let me know what you think. What are you going through? What's driving you crazy about this con virus thing? It's Gunnison Undercover. Till next time.